Good morning. Hello, everyone already. Angie, Deanna, Amanda, hello. How are you guys doing? I'm just waiting for my YouTube to catch up. It should be on in a second, unless I have to refresh the page because it says live in 13 minutes. So I think I'll have to refresh my page on YouTube here. And it should be live. There we go. Okay, we're all set now. So we're art journaling today, and I'm really excited because I haven't art journaled in a while. And I'm using the gorgeous rice papers once again from White Rose Crafts. And first off, I'm going to be using this beautiful lady right here in one of my pages. So what are you guys up to? Anything exciting? And if you have an art journal, grab it. I have gessoed a couple of pages. Now this page here had some spray from a stencil on it, so it's a very pale pink background. I don't waste anything. If it's on my stencil, I put it on another art journal page, but I have white gessoed over both of these pages, just so she has a nice background. Now I may do 2 pages. Let me have a look through these gorgeous rice papers again. I did show these in another video. I kind of want something that goes with that lady. But oh, look it. I love her. She might be one of the winners. They're just beautiful. Absolutely. Oh, love these. I feel like I just want to put these on a canvas and hang them on the wall because they're so beautiful. Oh, I like that one too. But I kind of want something that goes with that sort of art journal style. That one maybe. Maybe. Thank you, Deanna, for the link. I appreciate it. And don't forget, if you go to White Rose Crafts, you get a 15% discount if you use the code KIM15. And these start at like $1. $1. Like, you can't beat that price. And you can mix and match these. Like, I would probably use some of these roses over here, maybe here on this one with her. Let's leave that one out as well. And then I've got these beautiful roses, which I cut some of the smaller ones you guys saw last week. I Mod Podged the smaller roses and the little fairies onto the blingy clothespins. So you can put this stuff on anything, right? And we might leave those roses out as well. Oh, you know what? I feel like the butterfly girl might be the winner now that I see it. She's very art journal-y, don't you think? Can I separate these? Come on, fingers. I think we might use her. They would look nice side by side, I think. And then we've got the beautiful flowers. These are all beautiful, gorgeous flowers. And you can see a video of these. If you go back 2 videos on my channel, I go into details about these gorgeous rice papers. But again, if you just go over to White Rose Crafts, you will be able to see them. They would look nice as wall hangings. I agree, Deanna, and I may do that. Just get some canvases and just podge them on. Maybe do a crackle effect behind them. That would look really, really nice. Okay, where did I put the bag? There it is. Let me put these away, and I think these are going to be the 2 winners. But this has lots of, like, look at her face. And then there's this lovely lady down here as well. So there's lots on that particular one that you could use for art journaling. So I'm going to be doing another project again, probably next week. We're going to be making a clock. So I'm very excited about that. And we're going to be using the rice papers on the clock. So there's like so many different uses for these. I hope that I've shown You guys, we did a cigar box, we did the clothespins, now we're going to art journal, and then we're going to make a clock. So there's tons of uses for these. So I'm really excited about these. So yeah, I think she's going to be the winner. I love her. You know how I feel about butterflies. So let's cut her out. And I'm also going to cut her out as well, because I don't want this area here on her. We're going to draw that back in when we get her down, but we got to do some background work first. And if you're looking for this one in particular, it's Fairies 0035, and this one is Fairies 0081. And again, they start at $1, so you really can't beat that price. Like, you know, and they're kind of a statement piece, really. Look how gorgeous she's going to be. I'm excited. Okay, so this lady we're going to cut out. We're going to take out all these trees, but don't throw these pieces away because you can reuse those on something else. And maybe on the art journal page, you can tear them up for your background. Lots of things. And I got some cool, bright, beautiful colors that we're going to be using. So yeah, see this piece I would tear up and maybe use down here on the corner, which I may do. And it adds more depth to your journal page. So I may put that down there. Hopefully you can see. Yeah, I'm excited about the clock too. So that's going to be my next project with these, is the clock. I'm just completely inspired by these rice papers. And the other thing is great, if you don't have a printer or your printer doesn't work, you're out of ink, these are great to use on fabric and stuff, which I am also going to do. We're going to use some of these on a fabric project. So that'll probably be next month that I do those two things, which it's almost next month already. Can you believe that April is over? Like, what the heck, you guys? Like, it's just gone by in the blink of an eye. Okay, so we're just going to trim this, the sides and the bottom now. Does not have to be even. Look how great that's going to be. And then I've got the other little piece here. Print those and save the original copy. I think as long as you don't sell them, you could scan these and then keep the original copy. If you have a scanner. So I may do that for her. So that's my plan at the moment. But yeah, I think if you scan the rice paper and then you could print them off that way, and then you would keep the original rice paper. So it's not kind of one and done like these are, but you know, I mean, like I said, they're $1. $1 is like, you know, far, far less than a cup of coffee these days. But yeah, you can't sell them though, because these are somebody else's art, so you can't sell these after you've printed them, I mean. Oh, you can't find the ink for your printer? Well, you know, I stand by my $49 Walmart printer. It's an HP 1000, I believe, DeskJet 1000 or something. And, you know, I go through ink maybe 2 times a year, 3 times a year, depending on how much I print. Oh, it's hard for you to order? Oh. You know, I don't know what kind of printer you have, but maybe think about just getting another printer. I mean, my little cheapy Walmart printer has served me well, and I've had it since 2014, and it's never broken. I've never had one issue with it, and I can get the inks on Amazon very, very easily. So it might be worth the investment to do that. So we are going to do some backgrounds first. Like I said, I have gessoed these, so let me remove my pretty ladies while we do our backgrounds. And I think I need some beige or brown paint. Oh, lucky. I have this. And I have the spray. So that might do the trick. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's get to it. So we're going to do this page first. And if I have time, I'll do the second one. But we should. Hi, Shannon. How are you, darling? I'm glad you're here. Shannon was live the other day in her group. Deanna, if you want to share the link to Shannon's group, if that's okay with Shannon. All right, so we're going to do a background. And because my lady is turquoise and brown and things like that, that's kind of what I'm going to do in the background. But we are going to do a few little pops of color as well. So this will require some heat gunning today. So be prepared for that noise, my friends. But I'm excited to art journal. I haven't done it in a long time. Oh, cool. Great. Yeah, if you don't mind sharing that, Deanna. You're so good at links. Look at that's a perfect color for my lady. So let me just move my book around here. And yeah, I have water. We'll water that down a little bit. Move that around. And I'm not too worried if some of my spray or anything gets on the other side, because it's all going to be pretty in the end anyway. All right, heat gun. Well, I would just go into Walmart then, if you can, Angie, and just get yourself another printer, because they're not expensive anymore. They're just not. When inkjet printers first came out, they were crazy expensive, but they're not expensive at all now. You know, and then you've got your printer. Let's tilt that up that way. I mean, who says drips can't run up, right? They don't have to run down. And so we're just starting to layer on our background now. So, you know, it's going to be layer after layer. And I've got some stencils here. And White Rose Crafts has a huge, huge selection of stencils. I love that. And that's got a bit of glitter to it. And we love the glitter. Okay, where did I put my stencils? There they are. Okay. So I've just got some various stencils here that we are going to, and I think I want to keep my middle part here kind of white. So I'm actually going to open up my new DecoArt paint, and if I can get it open. just make a white area here for her face. The code for White Rose Crafts is Kim space 15. Don't type space, just a space. Like Kim and then a space 15. So this is cool white I'm using. Is there a piece of paper on the top of this? No, there isn't. Okay. We're just gonna kind of make this area lighter for her face. Just so I know to keep this area, if I can, free of too much color. Okay. So this stencil, gosh, is an oldie but a goodie. It's from Prima. Let me quickly dry that. Well, I heard from a source that White Rose Crafts is going to be getting DecoArt painting. Miss Kay told me that. I may have to do another layer of white there. So this, and I'm just using old cards to scrape some paint on. I had a piece of paper somewhere, a scrap piece of paper. What did I do with it? You know, you put things down and you think, what did I do with stuff? Let's use this. Just going to put a bit of paint on here, and the color that I'm going to use is Aqua Sky, which I love, by DecoArt. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That's amazing, Shannon. I'm so happy for you. You're going to be the chipboard queen. Oh, my cat wants up on my chair here, on my footstool. Why can't you sleep in the other chair, kitty? Cats, I tell ya. I'll try and see if I can just scrape this on here. That'll go. Because I don't want it to be super thick. Might have to use a brush after all. Yeah, that just made a blob. So we're not going to do that again. There is your first, don't do that. Okay, let's get rid of that. It'll just be a blue mark now. Water. I really should have got out my other brushes. There we go. Let's try that again. Just pretend that never happened. Somebody just messaged me. Hang on. Oh, good. All right, so let me get back to that later. Let's try that one more time. Let's try a paintbrush this time. I could grab my stencil brush, but you know, why do things the easy way? Nope. All right, let me grab my stencil brush. You know, you'd think I'd never stenciled before. I just didn't want to get up. Bear with me. Okay. I have stencil brushes, really I do, but they were in my other paint holder on the other side of my room. All right. This is the one I want right here. Let's try that again. Let's wipe that off first of all. Okay. Well, you know, it's a blooper. All right. Let's do this the right way and use the stencil brush. Which you want to put some paint on and dab a lot of it off. And then you're just kind of going up and down. That should work. That's better. And this is only the first layer, so I hope that's not like wiggling my camera too much. You kind of want your stencil brush to be sort of dry. Yeah, see, much better. The blue is Aqua Sky. So that's what we're going to do there. And I think I might just flip my book here or move my book so I can put some of these down the top so they look like they're coming down the top. But again, it's just a layer. So, okay, go away, other brush. Don't need you at the moment. Yeah, good. Much better. So don't do what I do, except for this. Get a stencil brush. This one is an Artiste #2 stenciler. I don't even know where the heck I got it from. I was on a stencil company in 2015 designing for them, so probably that's where I got this from. But yeah, it's a good thing to have if you do a lot of stenciling. All right, so let me just blast that for a second with the heat gun, and then we'll start with our next color. And again, if you're doing something like this, I always like putting an image down. I always like to check and see where she's going to be. Right? So, yeah. So she is going to have some color in the background. And yeah, we're doing this. We're going orange. We're going orange. Actually, let me shake that. Put some ink that I use. What do you mean, Angie? Oh, you're getting a crocodile, Deanna? That's cool. I love her too, Shannon. Like I said, White Rose Crafts starting at $1. I mean, you can't beat that price. Now, what do I have? I want a really super stiff brush for this, I think. So this one is a very old brush. And we're just going to kind of dry brush a little bit of this orange around some areas. We don't want like a ton of it, but we do want some color. And again, we're just layering and layering and layering. It's okay to go over the other color because we're going to be using that stencil again. We want it to be kind of like really subtle, you know? Okay. Now, let's quickly dry that. Once you're layering paints, you gotta dry in between because otherwise you will end up with mud. Especially when you start mixing colors like this. Okay, so now, and we are going to use the turquoise again, but now we're going to add a little bit of purple, but we're going to use a stencil for that, which I think we're going to use this one. It's an art stencil that I just took out and it was stuck to a package. I think I've used this once. So let me shake this purple. This is not any brand. It's from the dollar store, and so is the orange, and so is this fuchsia. But you know what? They're good paints. They work fine. They're called Acrylique, which could be a Canadian brand. Oh no, it says US. It was made in the USA by Multicraft. Multicraftimports.com. MULTICRAFT, Multicraft. IMPORTS.com. Multicraftimports with an S.com. So that's where these came from. They came from good old Dollarama. It is bright and cheerful, but yeah. And you're not going to see a ton of it once we get going. Again, it's a layer. Okay, so I'm going to put some purple up here. See, pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And whatever layer you put on, it fades the other ones into the background. It's a little blobby, but hey ho, you know, whatever. It's all good. do 2 rows down here. Okay. And drying. Oh, wow, that's great. Hi, Kay. How are you? Kay is the owner of White Rose Crafts, you guys. I'm sure most of you know her. All right, let's check our girl. So now at this point, I'm going to want to start doing a bit more darker colors. So I'm going to use some black, and then I've also got this cool neutral for drawing the trees, and I may darken that down with some black paint to draw the trees in. And I've also got my other little pieces here that I cut out that I'll be Mod Podging down as well. So now that I've got my brighter colors sort of out of the way, and look at that turquoise matches perfectly with that blue. Look at that. Matches perfect. I didn't even plan that. So yeah. And then we'll get drawing. I just love her so much. I am good, Kay, and I'm having fun with the rice papers again. I was telling everybody about them and how great they are, and we're going to do that lady on this page, and then I think the butterfly lady on the other one if we have time. If not, I will finish the butterfly. I'll do the butterfly lady next week because I haven't art journaled in so long, and it's been fun. I just love art journaling. Okay, so let me move her. I think my book is down a little low, so let me move up a bit so you can see. So now we're going to use this alphabet stencil I've had in my stash forever that I've never used. And like I said, White Rose Crafts has tons of stencils over there, you guys. So please go over and check them out. And we're going to use black. Because why not? And this one is just black by DecoArt. So we don't need much. We just need a tiny, tiny bit. And no, I'm not doing Halloween with the orange and the black, Deanna, before you say it. We're just layering. Although it's going to look a little Halloween-y when I do this now with the black and the orange. So yeah, you want your stencil brush to be really dry. You don't want it to bleed like it did when I used the credit card. We're going to have some interesting painty fingers later today too. And you can see that's just going over top. And again, just another layer. Let's do that. Is that interfering with my camera too much? I'm sorry if I'm missing the chat. Okay, let's do this side. Get a touch more. And then take most of it off. And a little over here. I probably have enough on my stencil brush too. Sorry if you can't see. Okay. And then again, we dry. Okay, still good. So now I'm going to clean my stencil brush on ye old art towel because I want to use a lighter color and black is just not going to work for me. So let me read the chat here. What's happening over here? Oh, that's cool, Shannon. You're going to use the rice paper on that dresser? Yeah, they are building up nicely. And now we're going to do a lighter color and tone down the orange and tone it down. And then we're going to start to do more of the turquoise and the browns. But all of that color, you'll see bits of it underneath there, which is why I love to art journal, because it's great to experiment this way. Sorry, this might take me a minute. I need to get this black paint off of here. But we're not in a rush today. Who's in a rush? Not me. You're going to have a steampunk section? That is cool. I didn't know that. Come on, paint, get off. It's coming. Yeah, it's a really good group in there. See, much better. It's a really good group in there. So I got to open this now. The next one I'm using, oh, that's the shimmer one. We may use this after. This is a white shimmer, and I haven't used it yet, so I want to play with it and see. So yeah, we're back to the cool white. Come on, paint. Okay, so where's that stencil? Which stencil do I want? I think we're going to go back to the flowers again and do white this time, because I just love the way they look. And we're going to do that over top. And it might be more of a blue-white, but that's okay. Oh, come on. Come on, paint. There we go. And it makes the blue ones look like they're in the background. There. And remember, we're going to be Mod Podging on top of this as well. So this is what I call in its ugly stage, which most projects go through that till then you make them pretty. Okay. And I also want to disguise some of that orange a bit more. So I may just kind of dry brush some of this over top of the orange and not mix it with what I just did here. Like just right here. Just to kind of tone it down a little bit. Okay. All right. Heat gun. Okay. Let me just move this. It's time to podge. So let's get the podge out. Oh, no, I haven't tried the new Stamperia stencils yet, Kay. I want to. And yes, that paper. OMG, you guys. White Rose Crafts has Stamperia, and the papers are amazing. They're amazing. You know, I'm a big fan of Stamperia. I think everybody is a big fan of that paper. Oh, good. I'm glad you found your mojo, Deanna. So what kind of, you're doing that dresser steampunk, Shannon? I feel like I want some book paper on here too, maybe. Should I do that? No, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. And that's going to go there. But yeah, I kind of feel like I might want some book paper. Do I have any handy? I do. Let's rip some paper. Yes, yes, yes. And you can see once you start putting the stuff on, the colors themselves start fading into the background. And when we have her down, then we're going to draw and paint on top of her. And then it all kind of melts together in a nice way. I like to lay everything out before I stick her down. Yeah, Stamperia is amazing paper. It really is. It's just so good. That's going to be great. Look at her. She's so pretty. And maybe some at the bottom here too. Who doesn't love to rip paper? Well, okay. I'm an avid reader, so, you know, I hate ripping books, but, you know, it's fun to just rip things. It's my point. Maybe we'll put this one over top. Like that. And then I need a little piece over here. Hi, how are you, Grace? Good to see you, sweetie. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm going to go for right there. Oh, I think that would be amazing if you did it in a fantasy theme, Shannon. That would be so great. Oh, thanks, Grace. Yeah, so we're going to start podging now and getting these down. Pull my chair in. I can't use my footstool because Miss Blue is on it. Because, you know, that's important. All right, so let me take her off first. And then that. It's going to go like that. And then that's going to go there. And then that's going to go there. So this is basically where I want these pieces. So let me get my smaller brush. You know what I feel like I may do too with is some watercolors with some of these rice papers, like this one in particular. I'm sure the artist used watercolors. That's just what it reminds me of. And I'm just using regular old Mod Podge here, but DecoArt has a great Mod Podge as well. And the thing I like about, if you do a thin coat of Podge on top, you can still paint over it and draw and all those things. mosquito in there. Was that where I had that? Yeah, it was. It was kind of there. Not so much in the middle. It was kind of there. And then this one was over here. Okay. And now this one goes here, and then that was over top, I think. Yeah. Okay, Angie. You need the code again? It's Kim15, Deanna. And I'm telling you, these rice papers go down like butter. They're not like napkins at all. They do not wrinkle. They are better than napkins. I prefer them. Okay, and then this was going to go over here on the side, but I think I'll put my lady down first before I put these other two pieces down. So yeah, she's going to go there. So now we need lots of podge. Lots of podge. Okay, cord, stay away. That should be more than enough. Look, just perfect. Goes down. No wrinkles, nothing. And the colors don't run when you podge over them. So good. Look at that. Not a wrinkle. Yeah, it is good to have a code, I think, too. Who doesn't love a good discount code? And so I believe it's okay for me to say this, Kay, about the store and what's happening over the summer. Yeah? Before I open my big gob. Oh, thanks, Kay. And then we've got this book paper I want to put over here. So it kind of looks like she's behind the paper and then other stuff is in front of her. So you want like different layers so you get that sort of 3-dimension. Okay, so White Rose Crafts, and Kay, please, if I get this wrong, please just hit me over the head or something. White Rose Crafts will be closing for the summer months because they are migrating over to a new website. And there's going to be all kinds of amazing things coming up when the fall hits with White Rose Crafts. So if you want to buy anything, now is the time to do it before the store closes. And Kay, can you tell me again what day the store will be closing for the summer? Okay, we're all podged. Yay, Deanna. Way to go, girl. Keep going. Welcome back, Angie. Oh, it feels so perfect. Like you can't even feel the edge of that rice paper because it's so thin. Like you can't, it feels like it's right in the page. So now that my fingers are not messy enough, we are going to be finger painting because that's what we do. Oh, did you get a lot of rice papers, Deanna? Awesome. Glad you're back, Angie. So yeah, now is the time to get from White Rose Crafts before they close for the summer. But they will be opening back up with a bang, trust me. But who wants to wait that long to get stuff? Okay, so I'm gonna just wet my fingers a little bit with just my spray bottle before I finger paint because it just makes the paint go. And I have a tiny bit left on my scrap paper here. And I'm left-handed, so I don't know why I'm using my right hand, but hey ho. And now we're just gonna kind of go around with some of this beautiful turquoise paint. Just to kind of blend her in. And I know it's not a perfect match, but that's okay. And we're just, and again, it's going to blend the paper in. It's going to bring her more forward. And we're going to be drawing our trees and stuff on her as well. Let's try my left hand. Maybe that'll be better. What did I do with my spray bottle? There it is. Let's just wet that paint for a minute here. Who doesn't love to finger paint, right? There, what do you think? She's pretty, right? So now I can start, I'm going to dry that, and then I'm going to go in with my pencils. And start adding more detail. I might put a bit more of that turquoise paint at the bottom here, though. Let me get some of that. I want some of that down here. So you can still see the orange through it. You can still see behind her the black letter stenciling, and in and around here you can still see it. It's all in there. It's just layered, right? Okay, dry. I just love her. I love her so much. I think she's just beautiful. Okay, so now let me see. I've got to find all my pencils because, of course, I'm not organized. Okay, my Stabilo pencil. We want that, and we want that. If that still works, God, I need to get some new pens for my art journal. Oh, there's my Posca pen. I'm going to want that. Okay, where's my Stabilo pencil? I have too many buckets of pencils, you guys. I think these are all my... That's a distress crayon, which I don't want. Okay, that's not what I want. It might be in this one. We'll find it. Maybe not. Okay, it's got to be here somewhere. In one of my buckets. Please be in this one. That's another good pencil I like. Well, I can't seem to find my Stabilo. It's been a hot minute since I used it, but we could make do with what we have. Oh, I have an elegant writer. That might work. There it is. There's my Stabilo. Yay! I found it. I have too many buckets of pencils and art journal things. Alrighty. Yes, well, you know, I love getting messy too. You need to do it once in a while. Just get your fingers in the paint and just do it. All right, let's move all this. So I may not have time to do the other art journal page, but we could do it next week. If you guys are interested in that. I think, you know, we need to do her. We need to do the butterfly lady, so we may do that next week. I'm loving, loving, loving these for an art journal. They're just so good. So yeah, we're going to do her next week. Because yeah, I've been on an hour already. So all right, so let me see. I think the first thing I want to do is maybe put a little bit of that spray back on here, but I think I want to brush it because it's that lovely copper color from Lindy's. I don't know, Cowabunga copper. But I'm going to paint it on because there's some copper and browns in here, and I want a bit more of that on here before I start drawing. So actually, let me just do this first. I don't want it on her face. And I'm getting some on the other page, but that's okay. That's okay. Where did I just see that other pencil brush? There it is. Some of this we're just gonna blend. Some of it I'll leave as dots, but some of it I'm gonna blend in. Oh, I didn't podge that corner too well. That's a great thing about sprays, is you can also use them with a paintbrush. Okay, let's dry that. Let's just darken down the turquoise a bit. Okay. Okay. So where's my pencil? Is that it? Yeah. So in this rice paper, there's very naive trees. So that's what I want to kind of duplicate, is just some naive looking trees, just to have around her. It makes it like she's coming out of a forest, you know? That's kind of what my feeling on this is. And I'm kind of going over top of some of the trees that are already here too. Make that one a bit taller. And I'm going into her hair because then she just kind of blends in. So I think that looks really cute. Oh, hi, Black Butterfly. How are you? Thank you. What's your name, if you don't mind sharing? Oh, you leaving, Kay? Bye, Kay. It will be worth it. Julianne. Nice to meet you, Julianne. Everybody go over and check out Julianne's channel. Now, do you art journal, Julianne? I know there's a few people here who do. And I kind of want, Like, I love this moon that's here. Gosh, I think I need to buy a new white Sharpie too. I don't want to make that, but I feel like I want something. Yeah, that's not going to work. So I think we might stick to black. Let me check my other one. Oh, that works. Okay. Yeah, that's better. We're going to put a few stars and dots. This is the part of art journaling that I love, is the little tiny fine details. I mean, it's all fun, but you know, doing the little details is so much fun. Oh, that's a big one. That's okay though. I want her to look like she's in the night sky, kind of coming out of a forest. And we'll draw a little star here on her as well. Uh-oh. Bit of a blob there. We can fix it. And then I'm going to take my Stabilo. This pencil is water soluble. So I just want to go along one side of her for shading. And then I'm just going to wet my finger. And then just kind of do this. And that just gives you a little bit of shade. And it just makes her pop out a bit more on the one side. You can see there's some here too. And see how that just makes her kind of look like she's very forward. Oh, thanks, Deanna. Yeah, they do help her stand out, don't they? Oh, the Winter Tales paper. Yeah, isn't that amazing? I actually bought that paper for Amy for her birthday, and she died. She was like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. So yeah, I'm in love with her, and now I want to add some sentiment. So we're getting towards the end here. And I've got my Tim Holtz little wordies here. And I'm going to be putting a video up later as well of some projects that I did using stuff from my Etsy. So I'm using the Tim Holtz Small Talk, which is one of my go-to things. Now you could do a lot more to this, but I'm really happy with the way that it is. You could take your white Sharpie, but mine's not working all that well. I need to buy a new one, and just do some scribbling, like a little bit of writing. You could journal right here if you wanted to, but I'm just going to use the Small Talk words. And you can see in the background, you know, you can still see the orange, you can still see the black lettering, you can still see the other stenciling. It's still there, but it's pushed into the background. And that is the secret of doing the layers in an art journal. You start off really bold and crazy looking, and then you just slowly do your colors and more on top and more on top. So I kind of had a vision in my head what I wanted this to look like, and I'm super happy with it. So let me see what we've got here. Oh, I like this. It's always the small pieces that make the big picture. I like that. What else do we have? I kind of want a black one because they're in black and white. I've used a lot of them. Life was meant for, oh, live your dream with passion. I like that. Oh, there it is in black. It's always the small pieces that make the big picture. I like that. Let's do that. We could have a couple of sayings here. I love adding text to my journal like this. I just find it, I don't know, it kind of finishes it off really nicely. What else could we put on here? Let's see. Life is always small pieces that make a big picture. Okay, let me see. Start each day with a grateful heart. That might be nice too. That kind of goes with the other expression. Well, I just use PayPal, Angie. You don't have to have a credit card for PayPal. You just hook it to your bank account. Just hook it to your bank account. It's really easy. Go on PayPal.com and you just go through PayPal on White Rose Crafts. That's what I do. Most places now take PayPal or a debit card. You can use a debit card if it's a Visa debit, which is not a credit card. It's just a Visa brand debit card that's hooked to your bank. I have one of those, and I've used that many times. Yeah, she does remind me of the Lady of the Lake, Shannon. Yeah. So that is my lovely lady page, my moon lady, I'm calling her. But yes, she does remind me of the Lady of the Lake. And she's kind of rising out of the forest. So you can see all those different things kind of made a difference, and it made it look like it was meant to be there. Adding the little dots, because she had dots in her hair over here, made it look like, okay, yeah, that's all one piece, which is what my goal was, to make it all look like it was one picture, not that she was separate and put on there. You want it to be all one picture. Oh, thanks. PayPal is very safe, Angie. It's very safe. I've had it for years and years and years, and I have never once had an issue with it. Never. The way technology is now, it's so much safer than it was in the beginning, but I have never ever had an issue. My Etsy store takes PayPal. Like, it's very commonplace. Most people have it, and it's really safe. Yeah, that's what I wanted. So that's what I'm hoping for my other girl that we're going to do next time. We're going to do her over here. So she'll be different again. And I may use some of the other rose rice paper on this page as well, just, you know, around the edges, like I did with the two smaller pieces here, which now that they're on here, they kind of look like they were supposed to be there anyway, even though they were close up to her face. Cutting them out and moving them out, you know, don't throw those little pieces out. Use everything that you get on the rice paper. But yeah, she's gonna melt into a background as well, I feel. So yeah, I hope you guys like this little tutorial. I haven't, like I said, art journaled for so long, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. Amy and I used to do Thursdays art journaling, but the Missy's working all the time now, so we don't do that anymore, unfortunately. But I just love art journaling. Yeah, PayPal is uber safe. It really is, Angie, and it's so easy to set up. It's just basically fill in the blanks with your information, and that's it. And then you can shop anywhere. So that's kind of it for today, my lovely friends. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, hi, Joanne. Aw, we're just finishing up, Joanne. I'm so sorry, hon, but you can watch the replay. We did this page today, and next week I'm going to do this page with the rice paper. It's currently looking like that. But I'm going to use this beautiful butterfly lady over here on my next live. So that's what we're doing. And yeah, I may do a little giveaway next week. Yeah, let's do that next week. I might do a little giveaway next week. So if you made it to the end of this video, if you're watching it on the replay, then you'll know I'm doing the giveaway. If not, it's only the people in chat now who know. But yeah, I'm probably going to do a giveaway next week. So yeah. And I'm also thinking of doing a challenge on my channel. I know I've been saying that forever, but I am actually really considering it now. Yeah, these would be perfect with my butterfly girl, because she's got a rose on her. So I could mix these two rice papers together. So that'll be next week. So thank you all for coming, and thank you to my lovely mods who are here, just for being amazing and awesome. And thank you to Julianne, who is a new member here today. Thank you for being here. And thank you to everybody else for being here too. It was good to see everybody. So I hope you enjoyed it, and give these rice papers a try. Give art journaling a try. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Just scribble in a book and it'll make you happy. So take care, everybody, and I will see you in a little while, because I'm probably going to do another video once I get all the stuff off my hands. And but I will see you next Tuesday for a live anyway. So take care, everybody.